Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to chat with you guys about 4 wins and 4 fails on my budget. Let's get started and talk about it. Years ago, Budget Girl did this. I don't know if any of you watch Budget Girl, but I've been watching her for years, watched her pay off all of her debt and become a successful businesswoman. I still love watching her videos, and she came up with the idea of doing, hey, let's look at areas I'm doing well on my budget. Let's look on some areas I can improve. So today I'm going to tell you the 4 things I've done well and the 4 areas I haven't. Okay, the first thing that I've done well, I'll start with the wins. I have been staying under my grocery budget for the most part for the last couple years. Especially this year, I've done well, especially with all the increased prices. I've put things back. I've done more meal prep. I've done what I have to do to stay under budget. So I've done well with that. Number 2, I use the cash envelope system, and most of the time I have leftover money. As a matter of fact, last month I had $200 left over. That doesn't always happen. There's times I have $20 left over, and there's times I have $50 left over. So what I did instead of, my rule for myself is if I have leftover money, I can use it for what I want. But I thought there's nothing I need. Okay, so what I did is I just didn't take that money out the next month. I just rolled it to the next month, okay? And because it was such a large amount. Now, if it was $40, I might have just set that aside for something. But I thought, no, it's a good $200. I'm just going to move it to the next month. But most of the time I have leftover money for my cash envelope system, which means I'm not overspending, which is a positive thing. Number 3, and this is a miracle, and I'm going to give God credit for this one. Considering that I don't make as much money as I did, say, 7 years ago, and prices of everything have increased, okay, our family has remained consumer debt free. We're mortgage debt free, I think in 2007, maybe 2018. I don't remember the exact year, but it was before 2020. I know that. And we paid off our house, but we paid off all of our other debt too, which was furniture, which was on a 12-month no interest, and also a car payment. And we've remained debt-free, so we don't have any consumer debt at all, which is a blessing, and we do have money in savings, and we've stuck with that because I will do whatever I have to do to keep that, and if I see that we're starting to have to dig into savings too much, I will figure it out, and we'll just go bare bones budget. We'll do whatever we got to do. Okay, number 4, because of that idea from Frugal Fit Mom about having a no waste basket in your refrigerator, or you could have it out on the counter depending if it's perishable. I put things in that basket so that we eat it up and use it up, and I don't waste food. And I've been a lot better about no food waste, so I'm really good about that. Now, let me get into the 4 fails. Okay, the first one, I don't know if you'd call it a fail. I bought pens at the Dollar Tree. Biggest waste of money, not one of them worked. Learned a lesson. I do buy a few things at the Dollar Tree. I think some people get the impression I'm out buying a bunch of plastic stuff. I honestly, last week I only bought 2 things. One was a bag of chopped up onions and peppers, and I used that. And I actually don't remember the other thing I purchased, but I don't spend that much money at the Dollar Tree, and I buy things that I'm going to actually use that's useful. Okay, but I did buy those pens, and they did not work. So I guess you would call that a fail. But I didn't save the receipt, so I couldn't return them, okay? That was the big part of the fail. Sometimes I'm not good about saving receipts. Number 2, I don't know if you would call it a fail, but in a way it is because it's a little bit lazy. Sometimes I do pay for convenience because of laziness. And an example would be I might buy something like the frozen onion and pepper chopped up rather than buying an onion and pepper and chopping it up myself. It's $1.25. I split it between 2 meals. Maybe it'd be cheaper if I bought it and chopped it up, but sometimes I do like convenience. I don't like things that are a hassle. Another great example is I'm not too good about switching services because if it isn't broken, why fix it? Okay, number 3, I've been buying drinks. I said, oh, frugal people should drink water, and here I am buying drinks. Part of the reason is for company. Like the other day, we had our mail person drop off mail, and this person looked so thirsty, and I said, would you like a drink? And he said, yes, please. He was sweating and dripping. It was 95 degrees out. I got him a blackberry drink. You would have thought I gave him $1 million. He was so thrilled. And so it's nice having drinks for the yard guys, for us in the summer with hot weather. Last but not least, this is my biggest fail. And hey, I admit it, and I'm putting the responsibility on me. I haven't been losing more weight. I've not been eating in a calorie deficit, which is a budget, because guess what? When you're heavy like this, it does end up costing you more health-wise and clothes-wise. Things cost more. So, and guess what? You're eating more food, which means that cuts into your budget too. So those are my wins. Those are my fails. I want to hear from you in the comments below. What are some areas you're doing good in your budget, and what areas do you need to improve on? That's all I have to say for now. Love you, appreciate you, and I hope to see you on tomorrow's video. Bye, everybody.